So you're going to tell me a story about how you gained your gift as a guitar player.
All right. Well, I couldn't play. I mean, I really couldn't. I mean, I learned G chord, C chord, E chord, probably two or three more after that. But I couldn't play them fast enough, and I couldn't switch. You know what I mean? To have a real song. So anyway, I learned about the theory of music. And that helped out a lot, but I didn't understand none of it. You see what I'm saying? I just heard it, let it sink in, and I didn't really know what to do with all the information because it was still foreign to me. Well, anyway, I was in town and I happened to run across this old man, and he chased me down. He chased me down, and it just so happened we were going to the same spot, I guess. When I say he chased me down, he had his head out in a truck like this, man. I'm thinking, why is this old white man following me through town? Anyway, I'm going to go see my grandmother in the graveyard. When I got there, he came in behind me. We get out at the same time. We're walking side by side now. I said, I'm going to go see my grandmother, Shirley Dorgan. He said, I'm going to go see my wife for 60 years. I said, oh man, 60 years? He said, yes, sir. I said, I can't believe that. He said, well, you know, we never argued either. I said, no way. He said, yeah. I said, well, what's your secret, old man? He said, it's simple. I set her down right there at the beginning. When we got married, I told her what she was going to be, they agreed to, what she was going to be responsible for and what he was. And that's how they did that. But anyway, long story short, he started telling me about how he was a musician. And I said, yes, sir, I do recognize you now. You used to play the cello with my uncle, Rayburn Dorgan. He played guitar down here at the fish place that we used to have with the ice machine. Okay. And I think Woodsy's dad used to go in there.
Was he?
Kind of like Elvis, you know what I mean? He had the black hair.
Oh, really?
But, you know, as a little kid, that was really fun for me. And I could, you know, if you're quiet as a kid, and I get into everything, they let you come on down there, and I just sit next to him and watch him play. Now, I'm pretty sure I didn't pick up a damn thing there, except maybe to tap my fucking foot. You know, and I was just trying to tap it when I seen them tap it. You know?
Yeah.
Trying to learn.
Yeah.
Anyway, years later, or a couple years later, I asked my dad for a guitar, and he got me one. Uncle Rayburn came over, gave me one lesson, that's it. Showed me a G chord and the other G chord. And that was about it. Or pick the top string, strum. And then pick the second string from the top, strum. Like that, but strum where it goes. But anyway, that was a song he was trying to teach me, but he only showed me one time, one lesson. Now later on, back to this old man, he's telling me he actually guided and taught two men that were nephews of John Wayne.
Okay.
And they both become successful, very successful, he said, in the symphonies and stuff. And I was like, wow, one played a cello, one played a violin or something like that. The other one. And I thought, wow. And he just told me about this, and I asked him a few questions on the guitar, you know, stuff I was kind of picking up, but if you're unsure, you don't know what to go with, you know? Which I believe now, since I've gotten older, listen to your gut. God damn it, your gut knows. When you don't know, it knows. But, because, you know, when you get a feeling up here, something's not right. You get a feeling down here, it may not be right, but it's also gut feeling of what direction you might need to go.
It's like instinct. It's like trained instinct.
Right, because it cares about you. Your lungs care, but your lungs are always fearful, it seems like. Because it's always getting, oh, you took my breath away. You know, that kind of a excitement feeling. Anyway.
Tell me how you traded skills with this man.
He told me about it, and I thought, wow, that's pretty neat. And then he told me, he said, I have visions. I have visions, and sometimes I help people. And I said, is this what this is? He said, yeah. I said, okay, you had a vision about me. Well, what you come to tell me? Now, mind you, this man, he came out of his way, dude. And
have you ever been told you were in another person's dream?
No.
I have. I've been called the devil many times, but anyway.
I can imagine that.
It's not my fault.
It's a man thing.
I don't know.
It is?
It is my fault, I guess so.
Double is what I think devil means. Two halves, two brains. I think one side of your brain is really you, and I think the other one's just a copy of that, you know?
Maybe.
And I think And that's my stupidity.
Well, I mean, you got your left brain, your
create.
creative brain, and your logical brain, and they're just like so incompatible. It's like they're just trying to figure each other out. But at some point, they learn to communicate in the code, you know, and then
people
you
are
know,
so split. You got
evolution and shit.
Bipolar, yeah, right. All that stuff. I'm telling you, you're missing a mineral. I know that from animals. Getting off subject. We had cattle. You know, we don't have insurance for cattle. You know why? We give them all their minerals. School never taught me nothing about minerals. I learned that in life. But you know, but people have what? Insurance. And guess what? People get sick all the time.
Oh yeah.
You think about that. That's why
All the damn
no
time.
I used to pay for it. Like, you know what? I ain't paying for it no more. Just to do myself good, best I can. And a lot of times I believe we're so powerful beings. If you pray over a meal in a way like you're not being selfish, but you're like, hey, you know, this meal right here that I'm eating or we're eating, let it be for the substance of our body and nutrition. You know, give a good prayer over it. See what happens. See how much better you do.
Okay.
Anyway, back to the story.
Yes.
I left there dumbfounded by this man and the stuff he told me that correlated with his life and my life, and what it basically told me is not to put my head down. Put your head up. Nobody wants to see somebody.
I was told to
down.
keep my head down.
Let me tell you, man. If you got your head down, yeah, but see, that
Perry D taught me that.
when you're
PD.
walking. Well, I was in jail too. They also showed me what he was talking about. When you're walking and you got your head down, you're thinking of the past. It makes you think of the past. I don't care what nobody says. That's what it does.
Because you're trying to identify things on the ground based on what you know.
Now, when you're looking straight ahead, as some people are playing,
Your memory.
you're living in the now. But if you got your face up here looking up, you're going to the future when you're walking.
That's
Right.
beautiful. It's
He was
beautiful.
told me keep your head up. And I thought it meant up here, but no, what he meant was up here. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Be here in the now if you want to live life. If you don't want to live life, then keep looking down and stay in the past and look up and miss that now. You're going to be in between the now. You never will find satisfaction in it.
Hey, am I allowed to show the musical background
How
to
can
this
you stop for the
conversation?
roses? How can you stop and drink the coffee? if
Lindsay
you're looking up
Robinson.
and down? You know, life is not that hard.
Tomfoolery.
It's ruling the evil by people. I've seen in the animal world, for the most part, you know,
I walk a lot. The animals in this town are weird. But go ahead.
this planet is about predators and prey. That's what this world's about,
Nature, animals, that makes sense.
right?
And people, and then like the birds will watch out for the cats, and the cats will,
Not
and the
all-
dogs don't
right.
get along, and they can't have the same territory.
And a lot of times we get fixed cemented in what we think something is, and we cement it in and say that's what it is, but it ain't. Not all the time.
We're learned to rote memory to make things concrete
If there's a
when it's
volcano
really more of a spectrum.
If you have a volcano explosion, all the animals get together and work together to survive. See what I mean? One cataclysm against you, kind of like what they're trying to do with the aliens, kind of like what they do when you go in the Marines. You know, there's going to be a part where you're going through and they go, hey, get your shit together, shine your boots, and do it perfect. You're coming in for an inspection. No matter what you do, man, there is always something he will find wrong. You will not pass. He's going to make you fail so that you learn about failure in life. And some things there's nothing you can do about.
I'm panning right now. I'm panning very slowly to the left. I'm
Yes.
panning very slowly.
That's
all I got.
Lindsay, tomfoolery.
Song, will you start a
Buck nasty.
voice?
9 minutes and 30.